It's nice to be traveling up and down the country, chatting to people, because for a little while, this didn't exist, didn't it? This beautiful thing where we could all be packed in, watching a comedy show, because for a little while, the only comedy you could be part of, especially as a comedian, was drive-in comedy shows. I don't know if you had any of those. Massive field, you got in your car, you drove your family up, you stayed in your car because you weren't allowed out because of COVID, and you just had to stay in your car, and the comedians would be on the stage saying things, and then you would tune your radio in of your car so you could hear what was being said in the microphone, and at the end of every punchline, you would hear nothing, right? So you would just... It was the most bizarre time of my life. So I'm pacing around and tell a joke, and then there would be silence, and then they told the people in the cars, like, hey, listen, you got to let the comedians know you're enjoying it. So they started to just flash their headlights. Imagine that. It's just at the end of a punchline. Yeah, like it. Yeah, don't stop now. Like one giant dogging event. Yeah. I'm almost there. Like, weird. Or they could honk their horn, right? They could just honk their horn at the end, so you get to the punchline, And I felt like there was a lot of pressure on the driver who's taken everyone down, because at the end of the punchline, they have to be like, oh, did you enjoy that, Steve? You enjoy that, Sal? Everyone? Just two. 1, 2. So what I started to do, again, it's not for everyone. What I've done, I've done a top button up of the shirt. Okay, right? Yeah, all right. And what I do now, by just having this, right, I feel like it boosts my confidence. I feel like stronger than I've ever felt before. I just feel like I could take on the world, because I've gone for a little shirt cape. That's what I'm doing. A little shirt cape. I'm a lot faster. I haven't missed a tube in a while. I ain't missed a tube in a while. Just, boo, that's mine. Boo, I'm on. Boo. And then I'm on. So that's pretty cool. However, I was in Oxford Circus, guys walking past me, stepped on my foot, carried on walking. Now, I think we can all agree he knew the ground had changed. I think if you're walking in Oxford Circus, it's quite a busy area, and you're like, concrete, not concrete, concrete. You would be a normal human. You just turn around and go, what did I just step on? But this guy just brazenly... And I thought, I'm not having that. So I very calmly just went... I just went, excuse me? I think that's polite, not aggressive. And I was expecting him to turn round and to look at me. And I'd been I'm so playful. I was just going to swing my arm round and just point. You know, like, and then I'd expect him to be just like, oh my God, did I just step on your foot? And I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. I've got another one. Just a little bit of fun, right? And then he'd be like, oh, sorry about that. And I'm like, don't worry about it, mate. This happens, isn't it? Just like, look after it. Don't drink the water. Like, something like that. Because of the Thames titties, and you can't have soya. That's another thing for men. A woman at my favourite coffee shop said, "You want soya?" I'm not saying where she's from, but I'll do her voice. Anyway, she went, "You want soya?" And I went, "I don't want soya." And she went, "No, can't have soya. It's bad for your sausage." So she's Welsh. Anyway, So I did this. I went, excuse me, very fun, and I spun the arm around like that, and I pointed. And then he just turned around and goes, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Oh, fuck it. What am I going to do about it? I got 6 deliveries, mate. I am charging in, ready for nothing, is what I said. But what I did say to him, and I went very yoga, this isn't for everyone, but I went very yoga. What I said to him, I put my hands together, because I'm well into yoga now. I said, what am I going to do? Nothing. But you know what I really hope for you, more than anything, is that you have a really, really painful poo. And